Get into some more serious topics of this past week. On April 13th, 2023, Ralph Yarl, 16-year-old African-American teenager, was shot and wounded after ringing the doorbell to the wrong house. In Kansas City, Missouri, Yarl was attempting to pick up his twin brothers and ended up at the wrong address, according to family members. This incident has been all over the news, all over social media. And it's honestly, it didn't surprise me, but it's just crazy to me, because that could happen, like I said, to any one of your little cousins, that type of thing. I want to know. We talk about stuff like this all the time. Why is it so easy for people to just pick up a gun and shoot someone without no reason, let alone a kid?
People have no regard, bro. That's all. I don't know how else to explain it. That's some crazy ass shit.
That's crazy.
That's some crazy ass shit, bro.
It's really not when you really think about it.
It's not because of the world that we live in, but in hindsight, it is.
It's crazy, bro.
It's not because you kind of have to understand what, like, if I know I've mentioned this article. I'm gonna find this article so you could put it in the little thing on the podcast joint. Like, I've been saying this, like, if you kind of saw how, I'll be very honest, how white people talk about African Americans coming into their own and minorities coming into their own, stuff like this you're not going to be surprised about. Like, I referenced this article. There's a town in PA, and it used to be white, purely white. Mexicans started coming, or Hispanics started coming in. Then black people started coming in. It soon became a very minority-centric town. Out of nowhere, you start interviewing the white people. They feel afraid. They feel this. They feel that. For no reason. And these people don't do anything. They're common people. They just go and work and do what they need to do. Ideally, the point of what I'm trying to say is you mix that with the fact of you had a guy who's stuffed up on Adderall telling you guys on January 6th that, yo, these people can't rig an election, that they're trying to take your rights away, that these people are trying to ruin your lives because they put a black man in the presidency. Now, when you have that and you mix that all together, you trembling into something that people do with African Americans where you're trying to tap into their fears. So now when you see that, no matter what you see, if you see a little African-American boy, you see a Spanish boy, you're going to shoot him because you're afraid.
They do be having that fear, though.
And that's
what I agree with. They do be having that fear. It's not
afraid. It's like, for me, it's like me looking at this. It's a bad thing. Don't get me wrong.
It is.
I'm just saying, I'm not surprised that these people are going out
shooting. I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. I'm saying crazy in the fact that it's like, bro, why do people operate like that?
The concept is crazy.
The concept is nuts to me. The concept of a kid ringing the doorbell to pick up his brothers or whatever it is, and the first thing you do is pull out a gun and shoot him.
All you have to do is say wrong crib.
Wrong crib. That's it.
Like, like how hard is that?
This the wrong crib. He would have been like, all right, what about his day?
Yeah.
But now you shoot him in his eye.
The fuck?
That is nuts to me,
Yo,
bro.
that's what I'm saying. That shit is crazy. Imagine that. The fuck? Imagine you going to go pick up your brother and a nigga's pointing a gun in your face right after the fact. Like, yo,
you don't even get a chance to think about it. It just happens. And or imagine being a parent and you send your kid to go pick up their little siblings and you get a call, oh, such and such has been shot because he went to the wrong house.
Yeah.
Like,
imagine that. I can't.
You can't. All right, so now you're telling me in America we can't send our kids to school? We can't send our kids down the street to go pick up their brother or siblings down the street without them fearing for their lives?
I understand wanting to protect yourself in your house. I agree with that. I got cameras outside my crib. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo.
Bro, even with that, bro, I'm still not jacking that. Because at the end of the day, right, what are we really protecting each other from?
What you mean?
Like, yeah, protect yourself at your crib. Half of the laws, like in Jersey, you can't have you don't have a stand your ground law in Jersey. So what are you really protecting yourself from? One, two. Let's even say we use the Second Amendment to what it was really supposed to be used for, right? The right to form a militia, right to bear arms, right?
Yeah.
Niggas is not doing nothing because niggas is nuking niggas now, bro.
Wait.
Niggas is not doing nothing.
Wait. What?
You form a militia. Right? Obviously, it's either to fight against the government or to fight against outside forces, right? That's the whole point of the Second Amendment. Like, people forget the right to bear the militia part. You're allowed to form a militia. The militia's not doing nothing because these niggas are not coming to you with guns. They're going to use internet warfare or cyber warfare, and they're going to use nukes to kill you. That's what they're going to use. They're not using a little AR-15. They're not using a little AK-47. They're coming to blast you and niggas within a 50-mile radius. So you telling me that you need an AR-15 to feel safe against a nuke sounds stupid to me.
This
I'm lying.
That's wild.
But am I lying?
Nah, I'm not saying you
You know what I'm
lying.
saying?
That's
Like,
on some
but-
Last of Us shit.
like
He said
really,
so what?
Last of Us shit when they started
Boy says
bombing
Last
niggas.
of Us.
like it's not a crazy concept when you think about it. It's like, what are you really protecting yourself over?
You have a point.
You have a point, you do, but people,
But
you still want to protect yourself.
people's
in
rebuttal is
general.
gonna be like, yo, if everybody got one, I might as well have one too.
You never know because I mean I see on my Ring camera all the time. Like you can see everyone else that got like Ring cameras in the area. People be reporting and showing some crazy shit. Motherfuckers
Really?
walking up to your car. Motherfuckers trying to open your doors.
Really?
Hell yeah!
Oh, I didn't know the Ring camera. Y'all had the universal, like you can see everybody else's Ring joint.
Yeah, it's like a community. Like you can, I mean, you have to agree to be a part of it, but like
Okay,
you
okay.
can see people will post shit like, "Yo, lost dog," or like person seen here trying to get my catalytic converter out my shit, or like motherfuckers trying to jack my shit up and take my tie. All kinds of shit.
Yo.
And I live in the burbs.
That's what I'm saying. Where you live at?
Yes, bro.
Dang.
Such and such going to them car. I mean, I see it on our local township page, like Woolwich. People
Yeah.
breaking into them cars again.
They really doing it out there?
Hell yeah.
People really got no time. Like, I wonder why people be doing that.
I mean, somebody close to me had their crib broken into. Remember when that shit happened?
Yeah.
It don't matter where you live.
It don't matter where you live at all. It really don't matter where you live.
Don't. I guess I'm just looking at it from a standpoint of just like, bro, like a lot of this stuff that we say that we need guns for. The reality of the situation is that it's not gonna solve nothing. It's really not. Because I look at Houston, niggas shoot down there all the time. Everybody got guns down in Texas, and people still get shot every day. B.
Yeah, but there are times that I be out in certain places and wish that I had a gun just in case. Just because of what you see, you never fucking know.
You're not wrong.
Like all the time, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I mean, look, when I referee midget games, sometimes shit get a little hectic. I wish there was at least armed security there because when teams come from a certain area, you know them niggas is packing just based on where they come from.
The midget games be getting crazier than the
You know what I'm saying?
high school games.
I'm just saying, like for example, like team from a certain area,
I know what you mean.
You know motherfuckers is packing. You know shit go down. Niggas ain't hesitating to let off these days. Period.
Yeah, people
Shooting first, asking questions later.
The days of fighting are over.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wish maybe if I wasn't carrying a gun that there was some sort of armed security so I could feel a little bit more secure. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, everywhere.
I get what you mean.
Everywhere, bro. People carry guns and there's so many mass shootings that go on all over the place.
It's nuts.
It's like everywhere is so vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel an obligation to get back home to my wife.
Yep.
To get my wife back home safely. I feel that obligation as a man, right?
Yep.
So I go to the supermarket, or like the number one place that I always say, the casino. You go to the casino, bro, there's no pat downs. There's no metal detectors.
But the casinos be having the people that's in the suits, they be strapped up though.
Yes, but still, like if somebody want to come in here and let off, it's easy.
Oh yeah.
It's easy,
You're right,
and ain't nobody stopping anything. Like I'm saying, like at least I don't mind with there being metal detectors and pat downs everywhere. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that going to a public place, so I know that me and mine is
you know
safe.
you safe.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like that's the lack of security here in America is so crazy. You go to other countries, it's not like that.
It's not a security issue, bro. Like like everybody thinks that all this stuff really just boils down, in my opinion, to marketing and what people have like at least tried to enforce, right? Like I know we mentioned this last time that we had the mass shooting issue. Like there's doctrines that the NRA has made in the statutes in a lot of these states where you can't try to sit here and reverse the gun laws or the right to bear arms, ban assault rifles. Because if you do, them same dudes in wherever it was, Memphis or wherever it was, where they got kicked out, or Tennessee it was, yeah, that's exactly what happens. You lose your seat in office. There's statutes in there, but people don't know that because people don't know what the NRA really does. They sit down with these people and they lobby that. They lobby those statutes. So the little clause that you see when you have a bill that talks about guns and one of those random ass laws, that's exactly what it's in there for. And if it does, that's the consequences.
Yeah, I agree.
And you can't do nothing.
I agree with that too.
But people don't know that because people don't read.
He said people-
You market it to think
The
to
way
be
you said that
afraid.
was kind of funny.
Because people are let me not rant tonight. All I'm just saying is that people are marketed to look at something. It's like, oh, we're marketed to look at this, but you really should be looking at all the stuff that's right here. You know what I'm saying? It's like the TikTok thing, but
For sure.
let me stop ranting too much.
You
That's a
digress?
fact. He said I digress.